What's up, nerds? It's your boy MtG here, back with a haircut, a sunburn, but most importantly, a community Discord. We have hit 500 subs, so first of all, thank you guys so much for subscribing. And secondly, now that I've hit 500, I have started a community Discord that I'm going to link below the video, and if you're interested in joining that, go right ahead. It exists so that people can talk about Magic, challenge each other to like direct challenges, so you can spar, practice new decks and things, and so you can chat with me about the channel, about new decks, and get whatever insight you want on your own decks or suggest things to play, things like that. So I'm very excited for it, and if you're interested in that, please hit that link below and come join us over in the Discord. And without further ado, let's jump into this Esper Wizards deck. Okay, so I really wanted to play a Wizards Tribal thing because nobody really plays Wizards Tribal right now because it's just not super good, but it's an archetype that has a lot of support. So I really wanted to give this a shot. And so what we want to do is get Naban, Dean of Iteration, on the field. And so what Naban says is, if a wizard entering the battlefield under your control causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's a lot of words, but all this really means is that anytime a wizard comes into the field and it has an enter the battlefield effect, that enter the battlefield effect triggers twice. So, for instance, one of our best cards in this deck is Elite Guardmage. This is a 4-mana 2/3 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and draw a card. This isn't played in a whole lot of decks, but it does show up occasionally in Azorius and other kinds of Esper mid-range things, I believe. It's actually one of my favorite cards of the new set. You can do some cool stuff with this, but particularly when we have Naban on the field and we play this, we're gaining 6 life and drawing 2 cards and getting a 2/3 flyer, which is a ridiculous combo. Like, I cannot stress enough how good that is. So what we want to do basically is combos like that, right? So we want to get Naban down, and we've got Gleaming Overseer, which is your standard blue-black amass wizard, so when it enters the battlefield, amass 1, and then zombie tokens you control have hexproof and menace. So this is going to be making us a 2/2 zombie army, which we can attack with if we have Naban on the field. Otherwise, we get a 1/1, it amasses 1, but if Naban is on the field, it amasses twice. So that's nice. And the same goes for Vizier of the Scorpion. We're playing 2 of these as well, and when it enters the battlefield, amass 1, and zombie tokens you control have death touch. So that's pretty nice. We're also playing 3 Teferi Time Ravelers because it's hard to play Esper and not play Teferi Time Raveler because he's just so good. Every time he hits the field, it's a game changer. So you don't have to play this, but I am, because I actually want to win some games with this deck. We're also going to play 2 Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, and the main reason we do this is for his -X ability. So, the lifelink is good. The lifelink is good, and his +2 is fine, and just to deal damage to either players or planeswalkers. But the main reason we run this is because some of our wizards are going to get killed, and we want to be able to bring them back from the graveyard. And we can do that with Sorin pretty easily because his -X is kind of broken. We can bring back even Naban. If Naban gets killed, we bring him back with Sorin. Even, our Elite Guardmage is a 4-mana, so we would have to kill Sorin in order to do it, unless it's on the second turn he's in. So we can do that, potentially. Other cool things we're running are Deputy of Detention. Deputy of Detention is a great little removal piece. Of course, it's only temporary because if Deputy of Detention dies, they get those permanents back. So you have to be careful about what you're removing with this, because you don't want them to get, double out of their own enter the battlefield effects. So you do have to be careful. But what this does, if Naban's on the field, is that we can pick, instead of exile target, like 1 target non-land permanent an opponent controls, we exile 2. And that's not just 2 permanents, it's exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls and all other non-land permanents that player controls with the same name. So we can almost get board wipes out of this. It's like an almost board wipe if we have this with Naban on the field. So that's really, really nice. Another cool thing we're able to do with this deck is play Teferi's Time Twist. Now, this is almost, in some cases, it's almost like being able to give your stuff hexproof, because exile target permanent you control, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So this can avoid spell removal. It can avoid removal from combat as well. And this can sometimes just trigger our enter the battlefield effects again. Like, as I was mentioning, if we have Naban on the field and we play Elite Guardmage, we can play Teferi's Time Twist to exile it and bring it back again so we get that trigger once more. So this is a very, very good card for our deck. We are also running 2 Vraska's Contempt just for basic removal. There are going to be times we're going to want to, especially for Planeswalkers, we need some more removal. occasionally for creatures we're going to use this, but mostly for planeswalkers. What else? We have one Teferi Hero of Dominaria and one Liliana Dreadhorde General. I wanted a little more flexibility in the late game, particularly against mid-range decks where we're going to be kind of grinding out. We're going to be gaining life throughout the game and building up a board, and we might be in a sort of stalemate against the opponent. These can really help us tip the scales in our favor, because Liliana just gives us a huge card advantage and is a pretty good removal piece as well. And then Teferi is the same way. This allows us to have extra mana on our opponent's turn, and it can tuck their stuff into the library, which is great. We have two Enter the God Eternals. This is nice, especially with the life gain, because against aggro decks, we're going to really, really need this, because we deal 4 damage to a creature, so that should kill it, and then we gain life, and then we amass 4 and put cards into the graveyard. Sometimes we actually want to put our own cards into our graveyard so we can bring it back with Sorin, but that's probably kind of a... to each their own, right? You don't want to accidentally mill stuff that you need, like your instants and sorceries, which we don't really have a way to get back right now. So we also have one Eternal Skylord, because we have quite a big amass thing going on here with Vizier of the Scorpion and Gleaming Overseer and Enter the God Eternals. Eternal Skylord amasses 2, so if we have a Naban on the field, it amasses 4 and gives our zombie tokens flying, which is wonderful. It's one of the best ways we have in here to win the game is give our tokens flying so that they can swing in over our opponent's defenses and just kill them when they get big. We also run 3 Spell Pierces. The reason we run Spell Pierce and not some other kind of counterspell is because this prevents us from getting Thought Erased on turn 2. So let's say our opponent goes first, they're able to basically get 2 mana down before, well, we only have 1. They can get a free Thought Erasure if we don't have, like, our, if we're playing negates or something, they get a free Thought Erasure on us before we can actually get our negate up. But that's why we play Spell Pierce, for Thought Erasure, but also for Planeswalkers and other things like that are going to come down. So Spell Pierce is actually very, very good for us here. I think I've covered everything except one Moment of Craving, just for that early removal against aggro. Excuse me, gosh, I just had a stroke. We could potentially run a little more of this, but I felt like I didn't really want to cut anything else. I had at one point only 3 Nabans in there, but I felt like I was never hitting them, so I went ahead and put 4. Occasionally this is problematic when we draw multiple Nabans, and we can't really play them because of the legendary rule, so that can be problematic, but that's the risk you run when you play legendary things. We have one Commence the Endgame, which is actually very, very good for us, because we're amassing again and we're able to draw cards, and this is a really nice late game mechanic for us, and we can play it on our opponent's turn, assuming they don't have a Teferi Time Raveler. So yeah, my mana base is pretty wonky. I will say Esper is my least supported mana base in terms of rare lands, so I have struggled a little bit with getting my mana right, just because I'm playing a lot of basics here. I am playing 24 lands though, I believe. Let me check that again. I haven't. Can I? Thank you. You're playing 24 lands. I don't think you can really adjust that too much. We don't have any ramps, so we can't really cut down our lands. And we need to get these, 4 drops and 5 drops. We need to be able to hit those pretty consistently, so that's why we're running 24. I think I've covered everything. As I play, if you have suggestions for this deck, please leave them in the comments below, and if you ever, at any point, decide you are enjoying this video, make sure to smash like. It really helps me out. And let's get after it. Alrighty, here we are against Kalinors. I've been playing this in unranked, so I'm just playing it in the normal play queue, and I've been going up against some weirdly budgety decks. Okay, so here's what we can do here. So I go first. Normally I would play the Dimir Guildgate. Actually, you know what? I'm still going to play Dimir Guildgate first, just because we're on the play. I can go ahead and get Dimir Guildgate down and still have Spell Pierce up before they have 2 mana, just in case. I'm not real scared of anything at 1 mana. Okay, so they got an Azorius Guildgate down. That's fine. We'll go ahead and play this tapped, because we still can play Spell Pierce if we need it. And on turn 3, probably going to drop in a Vizier of the Scorpion unless we can find a Naban Dean of Iteration, which would be wonderful. And again, I don't know if I mentioned this, but every creature in this deck is a wizard, because we do want their Enter the Battlefield effects to be copied when we have Naban on the field. So just keep that in mind. Okay, we're looking at Bant here, which is interesting. This is an interesting start to Bant. I'm not sure they're going to be playing. I'm kind of expecting a Teferi to come down here. Nope, Chart a Course. That is odd. But, so be it. Very interesting. I'm just going to attack. I'm actually not going to play the Deputy of Detention here. There's just no reason to play Deputy of Detention when they don't have anything on the field to remove with it, so that's what we gonna do. We gonna wait until we can get enough mana to play Elite Guardmage. Interesting. Okay. Druid of the Cowl. That is fine. They tap double green for that, and then War Screecher. So this is looking like a pretty budgety deck. I'm not exactly sure what I'm seeing here, but let's go ahead and shock this in to play the Elite Guardmage. So we pick up our Naban of Iteration, which is very nice to see at this point. Of course, we usually want to play that before Elite Guardmage, but this is fine because we still have Deputy of Detention in the hand that we can play later on. Oh, that's a God Eternal Ketra that I don't appreciate. Okay. Yeah, we'll block that. I'm not exactly sure why they attacked with that, but they did. We could just go ahead and Vraska's Contempt the God Eternal, just to, you know, it'll tuck into their library. So I think that's what I do at this point. That will slow them down considerably because they won't be able to make their tokens. Though honestly, I'm not too concerned with them making a bunch of tokens because I do have Deputy of Detention to sweep those. I'm mainly concerned with God Eternal Ketra being an aggressive tactic here because I don't really have a good blocker for it at this point. Yeah. Okay, yeah. They shuffle that, and they don't shuffle it in, they just slide it in there. And we're going to attack with both of these to play a little bit aggressive. We get 3 damage in unless they block, which they don't. Okay, Azorius Knight Arbiter. That is totally fine. Totally fine. We're going to go ahead and do... You know what? I'm going to play Godless Shrine tapped, go Dean of Iteration here. So what I'm going to do, unless they challenge me next turn, I'm going to... oh, I should have probably attacked with my zombie army. Whoopsie. Huatli the Sun's Heart. Okay, so they are about to deal combat damage equal to toughness rather than its power. So Azorius Knight Arbiter is about to get spicy. We're going to want to get rid of that pretty quick. So they gain some life. I'm okay with taking a bunch of damage here. I'm really, really okay with that. Do they attack with War Screecher, though? Why are they not attacking? I'm so surprised by that. What? Why? Okay, here we're going to Teferi's Time Twist on Elite Guardmage. They could potentially counter this, but I would not expect that in a 2-card hand here. Okay, so we're going to get Elite Guardmage back. Why? Why did I pass to end step? I did not want to do that, but you know what? You know, these things do happen. These things happen. Okay, we will, actually... I'm going to let that come in tapped and then just go Deputy of Detention here onto... I'm going to play that on Knight Arbiter and Huatli. Because we get double removal here, baby. Dive down. Dive down, dive down, dive down. Sure. That's fine. We still steal Huatli.
My destiny lies elsewhere.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end our turn here. That's fine outcome of that turn. They're down to 1 card, and we're about to get a lot of value out of this play. Let's go. Okay, so we draw 2 cards and gain 6 life. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Alright, next turn we probably want to go ahead and get our Liliana on the field. There's a God Eternal Ketra. Alright, we do need to figure out a way to get rid of God Eternal Ketra again. Alright, opponent, what you got? They're down to 1 card. We have a huge card advantage right now, so I'm feeling pretty good. We have a huge card advantage and life advantage, so kind of okay with how this is going. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. I think at this point we probably need to go ahead and get Liliana on the field. The main problem here that we're going to run into with Liliana is that Azorius Knight Arbiter cannot be blocked, and so they're going to be able to ping her for 2 every turn until I can find removal for that. And I do have to keep up blockers now for her to make sure she stays alive. Well, there's not much good... yeah, I don't feel like I should sack creatures on this turn. I think I lose too much value from that, so we'll just make a zombie token and then not attack. We hold up blockers here because we can block everything except Azorius Knight Arbiter at this point. And every time we block, we get to draw a card because our creatures die. Having our zombies having Death Touch here is really, really good. Shalai, Voice of Plenty, you say? That's a little bit of a bummer. Okay. We gotta get rid of that ASAP. Do they attack here? Yeah, attack with Azorius Knight Arbiter. That's chill. I'm cool with it. Not exactly what we wanted. Let's do... I'm going to go ahead and play the Guardmage here. Because we get a double trigger on this, so we can see what we draw. They shouldn't have a counterspell for this. Okay, Glacial Fortress is decent, but we need non-land. We need some spells. And Enter the God Eternals right now would be a good pickup, so we can get rid of Shalai. Teferi Time Raveler. That's a thing. The problem that this thing that we have with this thing is that it can get attacked by an Azorius Knight Arbiter. We'll go ahead and make a zombie. And then I think I probably should... Yeah, I think I bounce the Shalai just to mainly to draw the card here. Another Elite Guildmage, wonderful. An Elite Guardmage, I mean. Yeah. No attacks yet. I'm pretty sure my Teferi dies here, but yeah, whatever. Yep, and that is fine with me, opponent. That is fine with me. Gleaming Overseer is not bad. It's not great. It's not bad, though. Let's go ahead and do this, and then I'll play another Elite Guardmage. I need the card draw at this point, because we need to find removal pretty bad. We need to find removal, please. Why did you tap 2 blacks for that? I needed that. I needed that for... Okay, not for Vizier of the Scorpion. I need that for Vraska's Contempt. Main. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get this down, because we amassed 2. I guess I pass still. I just don't... I don't feel like I can do anything, because God Eternal has double strike, and so anything I, attack or block it with is going to just die. Wait, you may have it fight another target creature. Okay, well. Oh, fighting Naban. That's fine. I have another Naban. And I draw a card from that, so thank you. Thank you, opponent. I needed you to do that, actually. Swamp is whatever. Why would you... Are they forgetting to attack with Azorius Knight Arbiter? Is that what's happening? Alright, this is the part where I sack creatures. I'm going to sack some zombie tokens here. Okay. Resolve. Not real sure why they did that just then. Fine. I'm guessing they just sacrificed Atsukan Archer and Druid of the Cowl, if I had to guess. Yep, that's cool. We draw some cards. Please. Still no removal for the Shalai. Wonderful. Wonderful. We'll play that tapped. Teferi's Time Twist is pretty nice here. Yeah, I guess we go ahead and get Vizier of the Scorpion. I want this to be strong enough to not die to zombie warriors. But we gotta get rid of God Eternal. We really do. Okay, pass the turn. I'm probably I'm gonna put a stop here on their main phase. If they pass through combat, it's whatever. I can potentially just continue to sacrifice things. And force them to sacrifice as well. Okay, Azorius Knight Arbiter is gonna go down. I could exile Liliana. That would save her life. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Instead of exiling Elite Guardmage, we'll just do this. We'll protect Liliana. Dive down. Why are you diving down? Why? Okay, resolve. It doesn't make a lick of difference. I don't know why you wasted that. You needed that for your Shalai. Yeah, that was an oopsie, opponent. I don't know. I'm not sure at all why you did that. Seems pretty silly. Okay, their stuff is getting strong, and I don't like that. Please, can I have some... yep. Make them sacrifice. I'll sacrifice one Scorpion and this zombie right char. So I'll be able to draw 2 cards here. And they have to make some hard decisions. They gotta make some hard decisions. If they get, if they get rid of their flyers, like War Screecher. Okay, so they're just going zombie tokens as well. Can I not just super flood? This is insane. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to just move that, but whatever. I'm about to be in a world of hurt, I think. If I can't get rid of this Shalai, because now I can't just enter the God Eternals on it. I need my Teferi. Very bad. I need a Teferi. Any old Teferi will do. Now, Liliana dies again to Azorius Knight Arbiter, but we knew that was going to happen regardless, so... You gotta know when to hold 'em and know when to not take forever on your turn, opponent. Come on, now. I do like just chilling over here with 41 life, like nonchalantly playing a bunch of Elite Guardmages and gaining 6 life per one, per creature. It's nuts. It's a nuts combo, I'm telling you. Huatli the Sun's Heart. I would Spell Pierce this, but won't do me a whole lot of good. Because they can pay for it. But do I force them to pay for it? I don't think so. I think I just let it resolve, probably. That's a darn shame, because now all their creatures are way stronger. Yeah, we'll just pass to attackers. What you doing, opponent? Why are you not attacking Liliana? Attacking Liliana with a War Screecher instead. I'm okay with blocking with a single Elite Guardmage to keep Liliana alive. If that's what it takes, that's what I'll do. Okay, well in that case, yeah, okay. Smart. Yep. I let it happen.
Looks like you're on your own now.
Ouch, that hurts. Are they going to want to gain 8 life right here? Pass to my turn. Gleaming Overseer is not what we're looking for, mate. Not what we're looking for at all. We do get to amass 2, but it doesn't do us any good because they've got giant blockers that we just cannot get around. We need our Teferis, or we need our, past turn, our Eternal Skylord. Anything that gives us some value here. Another War Screecher, yay! Resolve all. I love that. So I mean, I guess they get in for 7 here. Yeah, this may be what they just do from now on. They just attack me for 7 damage over and over. Yep. I could have told you we were going to draw a land. How many of our lands do we have right now? We've gone through slightly over half of our deck, and we've hit 17 out of 24 lands. Yeah, that's not a good ratio. That is not good. The odds are not in our favor. This is what I was saying about, some of these games against mid-rangey decks end up going kind of long and grindy, like this one where they're stacking up the board with these powerful creatures, and we have long since kind of slowed down a lot. The good news is we've just taken 2 big beats from Azorius Knight Arbiter, but we're still at 26 life, so that's nice. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Moment of Craving on Shalai to see if they play Dive Down. Because if they play Dive Down here, we can interrupt it with a Vraska's Contempt. How many Dive Downs have they played? They've played 3 Dive Downs. It's highly unlikely that they've got another one in hand right now. So I think we go Vraska's Contempt now. Yeah. Okay. Fine. That's fine. Okay. This is good news. This is actually really, really good news. Now they're not all hexproof. We can actually do something. Assuming we get some stuff now. We need to draw gas, is all I'm saying. We need to draw some gas. Even a Teferi's Time Twist would be lovely because I can Time Twist an Elite Guardmage and draw cards. How many have we played? We've only played 2 Teferi Time Twists. Teferi's Time Twist. And only 1 Time Raveler. Okay, bold move. Spell Pierce. We don't need a Spell Pierce right now. Why? Why am I drawing lands? No, sir. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, gosh. Yep, we go to 12 right here. Okay, that's not cool. Are they going all in right now? Interesting attacking with all their War Strikers, War Screechers, I mean. I'm actually going to block with Deputy of Detention. I got to make sure I'm not going to accidentally die here. So that's 6, 4, 19, currently 24, 27 damage total. So let's block you, try to keep you alive. Let's block you. So we'll take 13. 18 damage is a bit scary. That's pretty scary if they have anything in hand to make their stuff stronger. We'll block you there and then you here. I think that's fine. We're at 13 damage, so I'm not sure they can kill me here with anything. So if they don't have a combat trick, I should get... shoot. Okay, I mean, they can pay the mana for this, so that sucks. I knew they probably had a combat trick, and they can pay mana for both of my spell pierces. So that may be GG. I'm pretty sure that's GG. I cannot believe I lost to this deck just now. This is an insane game. So ridiculous. I drew so many lands. Oh, I'm peeved. So peeved. What happened here? If I had blocked with everything, I could have survived that. But it would have been a bad state. Because I don't have a sweeper. You know, we don't have a sweeper in this deck. So, alright, let's jump into another one. See if we can actually get it. You saw the combos there. You saw the combos. They're really strong. We just never could draw enough removal to get rid of their important stuff. I thought we had them going until they played the Azorius Knight Arbiter, which just kept on hitting my Planeswalkers. Let's think about this. I think we keep this hand, probably. Because we can get Teferi, Time Raveler, or Gleaming Overseer on turn 3. Let's just go. There's no point in not playing Isolated Chapel now into an island in a minute. So what are they going to put down? Search for his Contempt. That's fine. Search for his Contempt is perfectly okay. 2 Sorins here is not very good. That is not good. So, unless they show something ridiculous, we will play Teferi, bounce their Search for his Contempt, and see what's up. Psychic Corrosion, huh? Psychic mother flippin' corrosion. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our second island down. Go Teferi, Time Raveler. We could bounce Psychic Corrosion. But I think bouncing Search for his Contempt helps us more right now. It stops them from card filtering. Well, there went pretty much the only thing that can save us against Psychic Corrosion. We do not do very well against this deck. Let me just say that. Keeper of the Realm is going hard on the artifacts right now. Oh, wait a second. Wait one flippin' second. We can get back our Deputy of Detention with Sorin. That's actually really, really nice. So let's go ahead and get... Well, let's plus you. Let's play a little bit aggressive here. Let's go Gleaming Overseer and start beating their face. I'm hoping they're going to put down more Psychic Corrosion so we can actually, you know, we can remove it. Remove all of them. We could even get really crazy and go play Sorin and get back a Naban, Dean of Iteration. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, well, Ashiok's about to exile all of our graveyard, so that blows really hard. My whole plan that I was just telling you is now has gone to crap. We plus 1 you. We need to take out Ashiok pretty fast. Ashiok is really strong. Yep, resolve. We can take Ashiok to 1 here by... If we... I'm actually going to pay the 2 life there so we can... No, stop. Okay, I need 1 blue mana available. Jeez. The game does not want it... Like, it almost will sacrifice your mana diversity just for... just to keep your dual lands untapped. We want to play... Gleaming Overseer so we can amass up. And then we're going to go beat down Ashiok right now so he can't mill us faster. And then end the turn. So we have Teferi's Time Twist as protection. If you know they play like an Ixalan's Binding on something, we can Time Twist it away. Yeah. Resolve. Okay, we're not losing anything too bad right there. We did lose... Oh, well. Our other 3 Teferi Time Twists are in exile or in the graveyard right now, so that's nice. I'm a little bit concerned. We need a plus Teferi up. I'm expecting a... I'm going to hold back 1 Gleaming Overseer. I'm expecting to settle the wreckage here. That's a bit scary to play into, but I'm not playing into it too hard. Yeah, I'll go to damage unless you got something for me. Keeper of the Realm, what you got, dude? What you playing at? Okay, they scry. So, maybe they were just bluffing a Settle the Wreckage so I wouldn't attack with everything. Okay. That is very chill with me. We'll go ahead and get 1 Sorin down here. And, wait, cancel. We don't have any creatures in the graveyard, do we? No, we don't. So we'll plus him. And once they mill more creatures in the graveyard, we can get stuff back. Only a Vizier of the Scorpion. That's not real concerning. I'm still upset that they exiled away my Deputy of Detention, because now we ain't ever getting that back. Okay. They're low on cards. For this deck, I feel like... Excuse me, I'm sorry. I feel like they want to draw a bunch of cards, like Emergency Powers. Ah, jeez. Yeah, well, they just drew a bunch of cards. And that's how it works. Well, we can bounce their Psychic Corrosion. Oh, no. We will Deputy of Detention that bad boy. Right out. Please play another Psychic Corrosion. Except, I think he knows I've got a Deputy of Detention in the graveyard. And all of my Planeswalkers in the graveyard. That's nice. They almost, like... That was a bit of a scary play. They got to Emergency Powers fast. That was quick. I didn't like that at all. I'm going to go shock in... Wait, I think I need more blue sources. I'm going to shock in Hallowed Fountain. And then we will... I think we minus... Pick up Deputy of Detention. And grab their Psychic Corrosion here. Because I mean, if they play another Emergency Powers, we're probably getting milled out. Is that right? Not quite, but we'll get pretty dang close. So we'll go ahead and grab you. Steal that bad boy. I would love to have a Teferi's Time Twist right now. And we're going to go ahead and actually bounce back their Search for Azcanta. Just so they can't card filter here. Then we'll play Elite Guardmage. They might have a board wipe coming up, but I'm hoping I can draw into something actually useful, or just more lands. Vizier of the Scorpion, not that important. Let's go attack all. They don't have mana for Search for Settle the Wreckage. I don't want to play into a board wipe with Vizier of the Scorpion, so I'm just going to discard the Dimir Guildgate as least useful thing. They got a lot of mana. The good thing is, though, even if they have an Emergency Powers right now, they have to get rid of my Deputy of Detention to make it work for them. It looks like they're about to do it. No, is this a Cleansing Nova? This might be a Cleansing Nova. Yeah. Dang. Teferi Time Twist. I needed you, and you're all in exile. Or shuffled somewhere into the deck. Yikes. That's a bummer. That's a big old bummer. At least we can bounce it. We can play my new Teferi and bounce it out. Ixalan's Binding on Teferi Time Raveler. Nope, on Sorin. Interesting. Okay. I guess they want to make sure I can't get my stuff back. Yeah, my Deputy of Detention specifically. So they play their search again. That was about as bad as it could get. No, I gotta play the new Teferi. Yes, I'm sure. I don't even need to bother plussing. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. Spell Pierce? All they've got is a treasure. We want to keep this one. We want to bounce Ixalan's Binding. Draw a card. Not a freaking island. We want to bring back... Cancel. Cancel. Yeah, I didn't... No, I said... 3. There we go. Bring back Deputy of Detention. We're going to snag their Psychic Corrosion. And then our Deputy of Detention dies? Man, we just don't have enough ways to deal damage quickly with this deck. And I feel like they're about to play Ixalan's Binding on my Deputy of Detention. Or just play another sweeper here, which we can't stop. Because all my Time Twists are in the graveyard. And all my lands are in my dang hand. This is going well. Let me say, in my practice games when I was working on this deck, it was playing very well. Like, it was playing astoundingly well. And now these matchups have been very weird. Like, I have seen this Azorius Psychic Corrosion thing, like, one time. And I hate it. I hate it. I don't like playing aggro, and pretty much the only way to beat this is with either aggro or control. Mid-range dies hard to this. Because in mid-range, we don't have quite enough removal to get rid of their important stuff. And we're not quite aggressive enough to deal damage before they can actually mill us out. So, I mean, I think we just probably get roasted here. I hate it, but that's just the truth, man. It's just the truth. Yep, so they get to mill me for 4. Oof. Whew. Goodness gracious. Keeper of the Realm, what are you gonna do to me? Don't do anything hasty. What is that from? Don't do anything hasty. It's from a movie. Somebody help me out. What is that from? Oh, that's gonna make me so mad. It's like, don't do anything hasty. I feel like it's that kind of a cadence as well. Yeah, I mean, we're toast. That's a good game. We take him to 10 damage! 10 life, I mean. Yay! Teferi's Time Twist does not help us right now. It would have helped us earlier. And end the turn. All they have to do is draw... Yep, I'm just dead. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and concede. Whew! Wow. Alright, let's get one more game in. I think we got time for that. I haven't been paying attention. I need to set a timer for these videos. I always feel like, I'm like, oh, we probably have time for one more game. And then I end the video and it's like, that was an hour long? Jeez. And then, you know, YouTube doesn't like videos that are like over an hour long. It prefers them in, like, right in between, you know, like 35 and 45 minutes. I want to keep this because we get Naban on turn 3. I mean, this is a slow hand in terms of lands. I think I have to mulligan this. This is actually better. It's not good, but it's better. I'm actually going to bottom that. and then go that on turn 1, just so we have Spell Pierce up for both turn 1 and 2. Siren Storm Tamer, that's fine. We can't really do anything about that. Enters tapped. They might go Curious Obsession. Dimir, what is... I've not seen a Siren Storm Tamer in Dimir before. This is interesting. We'll go ahead and Deputy on their Storm Tamer. Just get rid of that right now. And we have Teferi's Time Twist for so we can bounce it. If they play more Siren Storm Tamers, we can bounce it out and then go get them. Exclusion Mage. Fine. Fine. Yeah, I mean, we go Deputy again. Probably we take the Storm Tamer, actually, just because it's a flyer. And it can counter stuff that we, you know, basically give some of their creatures hexproof, sort of. In a roundabout way. Got Eternal Kefnet. Yeah, we want to get rid of that, but, I guess we can. We go another Deputy of Detention and got Eternal Kefnet. This is a weird starting hand. I don't like this. No attacks. No attacks. I'm a little worried. So they must have, yeah. They have Ravenous Chupacabra, so they get back their Kefnet. Oopsie. Whoopsie. Dimir Guildgate. How wonderful. I'm gonna pass. That might have been dumb, but I think that was, you know, just the right play. Let them have a turn where they actually do stuff. Yeah, I'll block you. Prevent 2 damage here, but I take 6. I'm gonna put a stop on their second main, just see what they do. I mean, Spell Pierce doesn't do it because they've got 2 mana ready still. So I let them have that one. And if they have another one, I'd probably Spell Pierce that. But nope. Okay, yeah. Go to my turn. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? We could enter the God Eternals, but it doesn't kill God Eternal Kefnet. But Vengeful Bloodlord will bring back my Deputy. Snag that God Eternal. And either they let it happen again, and where he just stays under, or they put him back 3rd. I am of a mind that God Eternal Kefnet is currently the strongest of the God Eternals. Just because he's playable, and I think more decks... I mean, what is this? Direfleet Poisoner. That sucks. He's playable in a lot of decks. Tap up. Jeez Louise. What is this? This is dumb. This is like enter the battlefield deck. Everything just has a cheeky enter the battlefield effect. It's not even like a focus deck. It's just that's just what it is. We're gonna go ahead and enter the God Eternals because we gotta gain some life. We're actually going to... I'm going to put my own cards into the graveyard. Really? I put 2 of my... 2 Dean of Iterations in there. Okay. Well, we need to keep up blockers here because we just took a lot of damage. But we can't really block Direfleet Poisoner because of Death Touch. I'm a little surprised they let me keep Kefnet under Deputy, but I assume they have a way to get it back. I mean, heck, yeah, I'll take that block for now. We're 1 mana away from Commence the Endgame, which is actually going to be pretty good. It should be able to amass 5. Departed Deckhand. Okay, yeah, well, whatever. Gleaming Overseer. So we take, how much damage do we take next turn? This is a flyer we can't block. This is an unblockable. We take a little bit. We take a little bit of damage. So let's go ahead and pass the turn. I do want to keep up Spell Pierce just in case they play something big here. Something big and scary. Oh, I forgot they could do that. They can make other creatures unblockable as well. So I take 7. That's kind of a yikes. I need to get an Elite Guardmage ASAP. ASAP. Yeah. Don't like that. There's not a whole lot we can do here, folks. I mean, do we die next turn? I feel like we just die next turn. Unless we do, let's see. We could go, oh no, but that's not going to even work. No, that sucks. No, this is bad. Yeah, we lose. If I had Vraska's Contempt just a little bit earlier, we would have had an answer. So that's a good game. We lost all 3 games here. Hashtag concede. So to be fair, before you never play this deck. First of all, probably don't play this deck. It's not that good, but it's fun. It's actually very fun. The first game you actually saw how fun, like how cool it can be if it works. I never really hit the combos very well after that. So that was a bummer. We went up against some weird stuff that I was not expecting, and we drew pretty poorly. I think part of the problem with this deck is that A, the mana base is wonky. It needs more fine-tuning in terms of like what one-ofs we need to play. I'm playing some things here because I was like, I need this in this situation and this in another, but I feel like it can definitely be fine-tuned into something slightly better. Though again, this is definitely never going to be, this particular deck is not going to be top tier because it really depends on a vulnerable combo with Naban Dean of Iteration staying on the field and then getting some wizards on that have enter the battlefield effects. So anyway, let me know if you liked this video, and again, I'm dropping that Discord link in the description below if you want to join that, and if you are new here, I welcome you, and feel free to subscribe to the channel so you see more of my videos in the future. Peace out, everybody. Bye.